Hello everybody and welcome back to a brand new video on the channel, guys. Now what we're going to be doing today, it's another sort of ratings video, but it's a bit different to the one that I did last, guys. So what we're going to be doing today, we're going to be counting down the top 10 players who I think most deserve an upgrade for FIFA 17. So these are going to be all players that are currently playing in the championship, guys, and I'm sure there's going to be some players that I'm going to forget. And of course we're limited to a top 10 list here, so if there is any other players that you think deserve an upgrade, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be very interested to know. So whoever you spot, if there's a player that you think, you know what, they deserve an upgrade, let me know in the comments down below. I'd be very interested to know. So first of all, I must say as well, this is in no real particular order. This is just 10 players who I think all deserve an upgrade equally, really. But without further ado, guys, let's just get straight on with the list. So the first player, guys, is going to be Alan Judge. This guy had an absolutely phenomenal season last year for Brentford, and he most certainly deserves an upgrade. So what I decided to give him, a +4 upgrade to a 73 rating. I think that would more represent what he's all about, really. If you don't know what the upgrade's about, basically it's because he had a fantastic season last year. He also managed to get into the championship team of the season, which is a fantastic accolade to get, and he also managed to bag 14 goals and get 11 assists, and from midfield, that's pretty spectacular. So I think that a 73 rating would be more fair for him. So let me know what you think of that in the comments down below, guys. The next player is actually Jonathan Kodjia of Bristol City. I'm actually a massive fan of this guy, and obviously Bristol City bought him in the last transfer window, and with his first season with the club, he actually did brilliantly for them. He actually managed to get 19 goals for them in the league, which is absolutely fantastic, you know, for his first season in the championship, to get 19 goals and 3 assists as well. I think he deserves an upgrade by +1 in my opinion, if you compare him to the other strikers in the championship. So him being a 72 rated and a rare card as well, I think that would be more representative of what he's all about, really. So let me know what you think of that one in the comments down below. The next one is Greg Cunningham of Preston North End, guys. Now if you watched my last video, you will have already seen this upgrade, but basically let me take you through why I think he deserves such a big upgrade, really. So he obviously got Preston North End's player of the season last year, a fantastic achievement to get, and he was just so solid throughout the whole season. He was absolutely fantastic, and he most certainly deserves a big upgrade from a 66 rated, if I'm being completely honest, guys. And playing as a left back as well, he also managed to contribute with two goals and 3 assists as well, which is absolutely fantastic for a fullback to get. But just his overall game, I think he'd be better represented by a +5 upgrade to a 71 rated. I think that would be fantastic for him in this new FIFA. And the next player, guys, is Oliver Norwood of Reading. This guy had a fantastic season, actually, and probably in a quite underwhelming season for Reading, this guy managed to stand out and have a fantastic season, in my opinion. And in my opinion, he does deserve an upgrade. So last season, he was playing more in a deep-lying midfielder sort of role, and pulling the strings from a bit further back. And his excellent passing range just has to be noticed by FIFA. So I've given him a massive upgrade in his passing, because honestly, he's just incredible when it comes to that. And last season, he actually managed to get 3 goals, and 8 assists as well. So from centre midfield, that's pretty spectacular, if I must say so. So I give him a +2 upgrade, guys, to a 73 rated card. I think that would be more fair for him. So let me know what you think of that in the comments down below. But I think Norwood deserves an upgrade, in my opinion. The next player, guys, is Jordan Cousins. Now, this guy actually played for Charlton last year. However, he has just recently transferred to QPR. So it's actually an interesting one, really. I think in FIFA 16 to start out with, I think he was far too low rated. He was only 62 rated. And that really doesn't represent what he's all about, this guy. In the last 2 seasons, he's managed to win Charlton's Player of the Year, which is absolutely phenomenal. And despite Charlton getting relegated, this man managed to stand out from their team, and that's represented how he got the move to QPR at the end of the season. And you know, to get a club's Player of the Season for a championship club, that definitely deserves an upgrade, in my opinion. So I'm giving him a +3 upgrade to a 65 rated. He probably could be a little bit higher than that, in all honesty, but let me know what you think of that, any Charlton or QPR fans. I'm actually interested to see how this guy gets on in the new coming season. I think he'll do quite well for QPR, in my opinion, but 65 rated, I think that'll be more fair for him, really. And now, guys, the next player is Aaron Tish-Bowler. I think I'm pronouncing that right, but I'm not so sure. But this guy's actually recently moved to Aston Villa. He's actually moved away from Reading to Aston Villa for a whopping 5 million, which is so much money for a guy this young. I think he's only about 21 years old, and so I've given this guy an upgrade. Now, the reason I'm not giving him a massive upgrade like I have to a couple of other players, I've kept this guy as a bronze card, as he didn't actually really feature too much last season for Reading. However, he featured enough to show what he's all about and basically warrant an upgrade, in my opinion. But I think he was hit with a couple of injuries last season, which held him back a little bit. But moving to Aston Villa, I think that EA will give this guy an upgrade. Whether they'll make him silver or not, I'm not really so sure. Let me know what you think of that in the comments down below, but he definitely deserves an upgrade, so I've made him a 64 rated. I could definitely see him being a bit higher than that, but with this guy, he's more one for the future, really, and definitely one for career mode as well, but definitely deserves an upgrade, and I'm interested to see how this guy actually gets on, really. And the next player is Tom Bradshaw. Obviously, Tom Bradshaw has recently moved from Walsall to Barnsley, and honestly, I think he's warranted an upgrade, if I'm being completely honest. Last season, he managed to score 17 goals, albeit that was in League One last season. However, I still do think that he deserves an upgrade, and it's actually interesting that he chose to go to Barnsley in the end. My club, Preston, have been after him for quite a while now, but we dropped our interest in him after we weren't really getting far with negotiations with Walsall, so I'm actually going to be very interested to see how he actually gets on in the Championship. So, Barnsley fans, what do you think of the new signing of Tom Bradshaw? I'd be very interested to know. And if there are any Walsall fans watching, I'd be very interested to see actually how Tom Bradshaw does fit into the Championship. But with 17 goals in League One, I think that warrants an upgrade. I've given him a 67 rated card. Let me know what you think of that in the comments down below. But I think he should get an upgrade, really. The next one is actually a very interesting one as well. It's actually Cyrus Christie from Derby County. Now, this guy actually, for me at least, went largely unnoticed throughout the season. However, when I look back at this season, he actually had a terrific season for Derby County. I looked at his stats on whoscored.com. It's a fantastic website, and his after-match rating for all of his matches was so consistent throughout the season. He actually had an absolute blinder. He also managed to get into the Football League Team of the Season, which is a fantastic accolade to get. And he also managed to have impressed in the Euros as well with Ireland. So I think for that reason, he does deserve an upgrade. So what I've given him a +3 rating to a 71 rated. Let me know what you think of that in the comments down below, but I think he's justified that. I think he showed his quality consistently throughout a season, and I think he deserves an upgrade overall. And now, guys, the next player was actually playing in the Premier League last season. That's Jamal Lascelles from Newcastle United. This guy, I think, deserves an upgrade. I think towards the end of the season, when Rafa Benitez was brought in as the Newcastle manager, he brought Lascelles into his first team, and he basically showed what he's all about, basically. Despite Newcastle still getting relegated, I do still think that Lascelles deserves an upgrade. So I've given him an upgrade by +2 to a 70 rated card. The reason I've done that is because when I was comparing his rating to other defenders in the Championship that are around about a similar rating to him, I think he deserves a +2 rating to push him up to a 70 in my opinion. He showed what he was all about in the Premier League last season, and I think that it'll be interesting to see what he can offer for a Championship side like Newcastle. And the last player of this top 10 list, guys, is Adam Reach. Now, I am aware that the team he plays for, Middlesbrough, are currently in the Premier League. However, why I've decided to include Adam Reach in this list is because he's been linked with about 8 Championship clubs, and I'm pretty certain he'll be playing Championship football next season. Whether that'll be on the loan or a permanent, I'm not so sure yet, but I definitely think he'll be playing in the Championship next season. I can't see him sticking around at Middlesbrough too long, so I decided to include him in this list. And the reason I think he deserves an upgrade, obviously he was on loan at Preston last season, and he did absolutely fantastically for Preston last season, and he was such a consistent player for us that I feel like he deserves to go in this list, really. And I've given him a +3 rating to a 66 rated card, and it'll actually be interesting to see where he actually ends up. I've seen Preston have been linked with him, Sheffield Wednesday, Wolves. There's been a catalogue of Championship clubs that have been linked with Adam Reach, so it'll be very interesting actually to see where he does actually end up in the end. I'll be very interested to know. So guys, that does now wrap up this top 10 list of Championship players who I think deserve an upgrade for the upcoming FIFA 17, guys. So who do you think deserves an upgrade from the Championship? I'd be very interested to know, guys. Get your comments in the comments down below. As always, I try to respond to pretty much every comment I can, and I'd be interested to say who you guys think should deserve an upgrade, guys, and what you think of my ratings of the players I gave as well. But that will wrap it up for this video, guys. So thank you very much for watching. If you have enjoyed, make sure you do leave a like on the video. It is always appreciated, guys. And also make sure you subscribe around here if you are new. Make sure you subscribe for regular Championship content. But other than that, guys, make sure you check out all the links in the description down below. Make sure you follow me on Twitter. I always tweet before I upload a video, therefore you'll never miss a video ever again, guys. But apart from that, I will see you all in the next one.